Hello everyone, it's Lindy from Stitch and Lindy. I am back for another week. You guys have me back on here. I've actually enjoyed doing these because it's holding me accountable. It's making me think more about certain things. So I'm actually enjoying that I'm back to doing these. So thank you for pushing me, guys, to get back on here. So this week was kind of a struggle. I'm not gonna lie. I was up on the scale. I was up 2 pounds, which I kind of knew that it was going to be. I had a couple slip ups here and there. We did have our night out, which we have promised that we would have our treat night only on the weekends that the kids are here. So that's twice a month and then one date night a month. And last weekend was the weekend that the kids were here. So we had our night out and we went for sushi, which I overdid it. And I felt it after and I felt awful. And it was like I was fighting those cravings all over again. And it made me really realize that I need to, even though if we are going out and I'm not cooking, I need to still kind of be more mindful and I can't just eat whatever I want. So, it kicked my butt this week on the scale. So yeah, I was up 2 pounds this week, which, like I said, I knew it was coming, but I didn't think it was going to be that high, 2 pounds in the week. So, yeah, I'm kind of licking my wounds today, but I will make sure that I'm staying on track and it's not throwing me down the rabbit hole. So that is something I'm going to be working on, and I can see that even if I'm allowing myself to have only a couple nights of treat nights, I'm still being mindful. I can't just throw everything out the window. So that is my takeaway from this week. I also did find a new Leslie Sanson video, and I actually don't know, I didn't check the date when it was released, but you all know that I love my Leslie Sanson videos, the at-home walking videos, and I found one that incorporates resistant bands, which I really liked. So I want to continue to do that. I've done it a couple times, but not as many times as I wanted to get done. So that's another thing that I'm hoping to focus on this week. And I'm still working on my water intake. I'm getting roughly between 60 and 90 ounces a day. So I would like to get back up to 120 ounces a day for water. So I'm trying out all different cups that I have. Last week I was trying my knockoff Stanley. I love seeing all these memes that are coming around of all these men drinking these huge buckets of water. This week I'm trying this one. And I'm still not getting up to where I want. So I'm just I have so many water cups. So I'm just kind of trying one and seeing what can work for me. Maybe I'll change it up every day. I don't know, but I'm still working on my water. I'm really liking, WW actually posted a post on Connect it was like a newbie roll call, and I really liked it because I love seeing all the new energetic people that are just signing up or rejoining or refocusing, whatever we want to call it. So I was really happy to see that post, and there's so many newbies. There always is in January, but I love seeing that. And I'm also rechecking for anybody on Connect, you can search any of the hashtags. If anybody didn't know that, I'm pretty sure everybody does, but for any newbies, you can click on any hashtag and it takes you to every post that has ever had that hashtag. So I love checking the newbie post or the recipe post, and just seeing any new options that are coming out. I have been photographing my pictures, or photographing my food that I have, and trying to post it. There are a couple days that I did miss, but I'm at least taking a photograph of at least one meal a day. So I'm trying to get back to taking all meals and all snacks and photographing it, and then doing my food diary at the end of each day. So that's what I'm working on. A lot of people have come out to me and said, I really like that you do this. It kind of gives me it shows different selection, right? And when I first started WW, that was one of the first first things that I saw, I would sit down at nighttime and literally for hours browse on WW through Connect and just see everybody. And I was literally stopped at this one girl that would share, and I can't even remember her name, but she would share a food diary every single day of what she ate, and I loved it. I love seeing it. I love seeing the points breakdown. I love seeing different meals that other people did. Other people kind of fit into their points. So I kind of took that on and wanted to do that myself. And I really find that it helps me. It makes me feel more motivated, more mindful of what I'm putting on my plate. It also makes me stop and think about where I'm going to sit down and eat, because I want to take a photograph of a nice plate, a nice meal setting. So it just kind of helps me all around with doing that. So that I'm trying to get back full time doing that. I have been doing it quite a bit, but there's some days where I've only got one meal that's photographed. So I'm trying to share any meals that I can, because everybody eats differently. Everybody makes different recipes. Everybody likes different food, different varieties of things, or certain people eat the same food but in a different way. So I really like seeing it, and I hope that I do see more people sharing their foods. Again, on my Facebook page, I love seeing other people share their recipes. A lot of my recipes that I have that I now incorporate in my daily meals are from a lot of people from my Facebook page, because they've shared either how they make something or a recipe, or one that I actually just made was Suzanne's cauliflower soup. It's so good. It's one of my favorite soup recipes now. So I actually shared that recipe last week, or maybe it was earlier this week. I can't remember. Anyways, that's one of my favorite soup recipes now, and it's my go-to for meal prep. So I made some cauliflower soup, some hard-boiled eggs. I did make a pot of chili, but that's all gone now as well. And then I got a ton. I used to do a fruit and veggie tray where I would mix fruit and veggies and keep refilling it throughout the week. And then at nighttime, when I sat down on the couch, I would bring that fruit and veggie tray out and have it on the couch or on the coffee table. So if we did feel snacky, that was an easy option, and it was there. It was our go-to. It was already prepped and already there for us. But I haven't been doing that because for a long while, stuff wasn't lasting and it was going bad because it wasn't being eaten. So I haven't been doing that, but I did stock my fridge up with a ton of fruit and veggie options. I also got little hummus cups. So that's another thing. So I am set up for success. So I know I have all the key ingredients to make sure that my week is good. So I just need to make sure that I'm sticking to it, tracking, and I'm really enjoying tracking again. When I first started WW, I wouldn't even eat until I tracked. And I really liked that mindfulness that I had of it. So that's what I'm trying to get back to. I am tracking everything right now, whether it's good or bad. Another thing actually Jane mentioned on my Facebook page today was that the scale, not the scale, but the kitchen scale kind of gave her an eye-opener with weighing her cheese. So I need to bring back out my kitchen scale as well. It's actually sitting beside my microwave, just sitting there, but I need to make sure that it's out on my counter, and I'm making sure to weigh especially my cheese, because cheese I can tend to put a lot on. I actually do a menu every single Saturday or Sunday before we go grocery shopping. So it helps me prep with what I need for my groceries, as well as I know on the menu every day what I'm having for dinner, and then I can take out the meat that I need each day. So that is my I don't know where I was going with this, but my meal prep is also done with that. And oh, that's what I was going to. Thursdays, I always make it as my pasta night, because I've already weighed in the mornings. I can have my starchy meal, because I try to go low starch as much as I can. I love my wraps. That's one thing that I find is hard to give up. I can give up bread, but wraps is a hard thing. I really love having wraps for lunchtime, especially. And my oatmeal. So those are two things that I still kind of try to stick by. I also, another tip that I've shared in my previous videos before is that bread is a huge downfall for me. So if I can say I can give up bread, that's a huge thing for me. But bread still needs to be in our household because the kids still eat it. And I don't want to take away from anybody. If there are things that are something that it will deter me, but it still needs to be in the house, I'll put it in the freezer in the basement or the freezer that's out in the garage, because I won't go, it's not something that I will easily go to. I have actually heard of other people putting stuff in their neighbor's freezer because then their neighbor has to be home and they have to go out of their way to message them or go over to their house to get something. So I personally couldn't do that. But I have a fridge and freezer in my garage, and I also have a freezer in the basement. So I have many other options that I can put these things that will deter me or will get me off track. So I try to do that. But I tend to keep whole wheat bread in the house because I don't like whole wheat bread. It tastes like cardboard. So I won't eat it even if it's in the house. But if it's white bread, I'll eat the whole damn loaf. But whole wheat bread, I will keep in the house and I won't even touch it. So I buy only whole wheat because the kids will still eat it, but I know I won't. So that's how I can kind of get around having bread in the house, but it not being an issue for me. Another thing, talking about the weighing topic, I need to get back to weighing or measuring out my pasta, because pasta is on our Thursday night menu, and I find that I eat too much of it when I'm eating it, because even though it's my starchy meal, I'll track it as 1 cup, but I'm not measuring it out to know that it's actually 1 cup. So I need to get back to doing that as well. So I tend to make Thursdays as our pasta meal, because then it's our starch meal. It's the first night of my week because I weigh in on Thursdays. And then it's my meal that's a bit higher points. But I do find that my lunches, I was actually noticing the trend. My lunches are way higher than most meals. Does anybody have, let me know in the comments, which meal do you find is your higher point meal than any others? I'm finding my lunch is, because I've been having my wraps. But now that I have my soup is 0 or maybe 1 point. I think it's all 0. Yeah, it's all 0. So if I'm sticking to having my soup that I've prepped, my lunches will turn to the lower meal. But right now my lunches have been like 11 to 14 points. So my lunches have been the highest point of my day. What is your, or what do you find is your highest points? Or do you save more points for your snacks? Let me know. That is my question for the week. But yeah, this week I'm still working on my water, trying to get back on track, making sure that I'm doing my food diaries, and just making sure that I'm mindful, even if we do have a night out, which this is not a week that we're having a night out. So, I just need to make sure that I'm mindful always, because we always have to remember that it is a lifestyle change. It's not a diet. It's a lifestyle change. We need to make sure that we can fit this in. Nobody is ever going to say that they're never going to eat out. Everybody will always have a day that they will either be on the run, or they just don't want to cook, or something comes up. So we need to make sure that we can still fit it in, and see what works best for us, what is lower in points that we can fit in. So that is something that I need to make sure that I'm still conscious of, and making it a mindful action, is even if we do have a day, a meal out, that I'm still being mindful of what I'm still putting on my plate in front of me. So anyways, that is my week. That is my vlog for the week. Let me know how you guys did on the scale, how your week was, if there's anything that tips or recipes that you would like to share. Let me know. I always love hearing from you guys and seeing your recipes. So thank you for watching. As always, my handles are at the bottom, usually in the corner, or I will share it at the end. On Connect, I am at Stitch and Lindy, and my Facebook group is Stitch and Lindy's Weight Loss Journey. Thanks for watching.